How is everyone doing today? It is Josh coming at you with another reaction here. Riot just in the last couple days put out their new patch, which is leading into the new Rift, which I already kind of talked about in that previous, the Spirit Blossom thing that just came out. But they are finally actually releasing the new Mordekaiser skin, the new $500 skin. I can talk about those as we go. But they are finally releasing that skin. I know people had a lot of problems with it previously and said this is nowhere near the quality need for a $500 skin. So I'm assuming Riot went into the shop and has done a lot of reworking and reconfiguring to make it actually seem worth the $500. So I haven't really seen anything else on it since the initial, people not liking the skin. So hopefully it looks good now. So that's kind of what this video is going to be about. We're going to watch the skin trailer, and then we're also going to listen to the champion theme for the new, or the skin theme, or whatever it is, for the new skin as well. So yeah, I hope it's good. I know it's the Sahn-Uzal, his like actual previous name that he was before he became Mordekaiser. When he was a human, that was his name, sort of deal. So yeah, I know that it has something to do with the lore with that. So hopefully it's fucking cool as hell. Mordekaiser is just a really cool character, just thematically and just like how he looks. He's just he's always had some really fucking sick skins as well. And when they reworked him a few years ago to the way he is now, he just is a really cool champion. Previously, before that, he was a little bit overpowered as hell, and you could grab dragons, but it was also really funny. But yeah, we will see how the skin is. So let's pull up this here thing. Okay, gives me a Trendmere vibe with that. Okay. But you only switch to that form when you go into the spirit, or to the, not the spirit realm, the fucking 1v1 realm. What's it called again? I don't remember the name of his ultimate. It looks like no is the answer. I can't tell if you're switching when he goes into his ultimate, or if he is they're just doing one of the alternate versions of the skin, because the $500 skins have that built in, where you have different variations. Okay. I mean, it does look cool. It looks like a cool skin, and you have the different alterations and whatnot. The animations are, I think, mostly different. Like, the only one that is very similar is the Death. I think it's Death Realm is his name. When you do the ultimate cast, it's very similar animation where he just points his mace at the person and then it summons the realm. So that doesn't look a whole lot different there. But I don't know what more you could like. You don't want to make it over animated, right? I mean, I'm saying, it looks cool. I'm never going to buy the skin. I'm not going to spend $500 on a skin. I don't have that kind of money, and I don't care to, and I don't play Mordekaiser. So, like, there's multiple reasons I wouldn't get the skin. The way that this is the new monetization strategy for League, I don't mind it, honestly. Like, I am never going to buy these skins, but these aren't meant for me. These are meant for the whales that are going to spend tons and tons of money on the game. And it's like, you don't have to buy the skin yourself. But these other people that are going to spend these up to $500 are going to be funding the crap out of the game and helping it go further. And as long as they don't slack on making real other skins and other content, then it's not really that big a deal. You just aren't going to use it yourself, and those people will do it, and they'll help fund the game for the tons of people that don't put any money into League of Legends. It's just to balance that out. And yeah, it feels a bit scummy and shitty, but it's just how it is, and you don't have to buy the skin. And I'm not going to buy the skin. It looks cool, and it's like, okay, but that's it. That's all there is to it, man. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on how Riot's been doing that. Let's get into the theme. We'll, okay, this is just the same thing we just kind of heard. Seems like it. Okay. So it's gonna cycle through all of the different alterations, I guess. Just the two. Okay. Now, if you just stay in human form when you are in, like, not in the Death Realm, yeah, it's definitely Death Realm. Now that I'm just thinking about it, if you're only in human form out of Death Realm, that'd be really cool. And if you could have alterations of the human form options there, and then switch to in it in Death Realm. That would be interesting. Or maybe like if you get the kill in Death Realm, you stay in Death Realm form in the human or in the normal rift. But if you don't get the kill, then you don't get the armor. That would be a really cool way to do that. But you would have to make the human form look really, really worthwhile. And that's the tricky part, is that Mordekaiser looks really cool as Mordekaiser, not so much as Sahn-Uzal. Like, he looks fine as this, but it's like, I don't know if I'd want to play that as my champion that I'm spending this $500 on. I'm trying to think of somebody that would be spending the money on the skin. And it's like, you know, I'd rather have the badass Mordekaiser look, not the human look. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of it. The song was cool though. I love the throat sing of that. It reminds me of Total War Attila. Hell yeah. Man, I miss... All this makes me think of, though, is I missed login screens, man. Login screens were so cool back in the day. There were some really, really, really good login screens when I first started playing League of Legends. It's one of the things that got me into the game, too. Like, I remember the first one that when I played was the Lulu login screen. And it was just her, like, skipping through the forest through splash art. And it's just like, and it was really fun. And then I remember, like, every time this new champion would come out, it would have that. I think, like, next one was, like, Hecarim after him, or after her. And then it was, like, Draven and Darius were pretty soon afterwards. Every single time there's a new month, you'd have a new splash art and this new song. And it's like, yeah, let's go. And then in, what, 2018 or so, they decided, oh, we're not going to do login screens anymore. Now we're going to have just no login screen at all. You just have a generic type your password and stuff in, you're done. And then eventually they switched to the Riot client, which I do not really like. It's just kind of sad. I know they still make champions themes and songs like this on their alternate website, but it's just like, I don't really want to go out of the way for it. I like it being as part of the experience when you log into the game. So the way they went with logins like this was really unfortunate. I did not like the change there. So, but that's Riot, you know? Sometimes Riot makes good decisions. Sometimes Riot makes not great decisions. And this is a mixed bag. Yeah, mixed bag here. Well, any whoosies, thank you for watching. If you made it to the end here, if you cared about the random ranting I did that was sort of about Mordekaiser, sort of about League in general, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below if you did like any of that. Give me some comments to see if you what your thoughts are on the $500 skins. I do want to hear what other people's thoughts are as well. I know I saw when I was switching between the two videos here that the first one had about as many likes as did dislikes. So I know people don't like the $500 skins. I told you the reasons why I think they're fine for the game, even though I don't buy them myself. Yeah, I want to see what other people's opinions are on that as well. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.